waste products from our body. Okay, kidneys will excrete all the waste materials. Next, lungs will excrete waste gases, and skin will excrete wastes in the form of sweat. Okay, normally we will see excretion through these organs. Also, liver will exhibit some wastes from the body. Okay. Okay, how are wastes produced in our body? Okay, so how are wastes produced from our body? Okay, daily we will intake different kinds of food. Okay, either solid or liquid. Okay, and we are inhaling different kinds of gases through our nostrils. Okay, without that we cannot be able to survive. Okay, how are they produced? Okay, how are those wastes are produced in our body? Okay, through food. Already we have told that different kinds of foods, just as solids and liquids, we are intaking in our daily life for the purpose to survive and for the purpose to make ourselves to be alive. Okay, how are they produced? Okay, if we take large amount of food, for suppose we will take food containing carbohydrates, proteins, fats, and next vitamins and minerals. Okay, so in these food material or in these food substances, we will contain different amount of food. Okay, so all these kind of food substances cannot be absorbed by our body at a time. So it will excrete some proteins, fats, and minerals and vitamins. For suppose if we take large amount of carbohydrates, we can get large amount of energy from here, and we cannot be able to use the fats and minerals, proteins, and vitamins which you are taken by us. So what will happen by these things? We will eat. So what happens is, so if we intake different kinds of food materials which are contaminated or which are not washed properly, what will happen is those waste products are stored in our body, and those waste products are filtered by our body organs as kidneys. Okay, what are the substances present in them? The substances present in the waste products was ammonia, urea, uric acid, and some salts. Okay, so these are the substances which are present on the waste materials. Okay, does the composition vary in the same organism in different situation? So does the composition, so if we take large amount of food, we can be able to excrete large amount of waste products, and for suppose that organism which was on our opposite side has taken very little amount of food, so it exhibits very little amount of wastage. Okay, Let us understand such kind of questions. Living beings need energy for the survival and to perform activities either building up of body material anabolism or its breakdown catabolism, collectively called metabolic activities. Organisms use different substances for metabolic activities. Different products are generated as a result of these metabolic activities. Can you name different products generated by the following life process? So, living organisms undergo metabolism. So, metabolism in sense, the food which we have taken, it contains different kinds of substances. Those substances are formed into a simple molecules. That means building up of the body material or breakdown of the materials. That in sense, some will produce energy. Energy process is known as anabolism. So here some will break down. Some materials will break down and the breakdown process is known as catabolism. Both anabolism and catabolism together called as metabolism. This metabolism will help to perform different kinds of activities in one's life. Okay. Here we will see life processes like photosynthesis, respiration and digestion. Okay. Here the end products are O2, glucose and water. So here CO2 and in digestion it will the carbohydrates splits into nitrogen elements and CO2. Okay. That means after eating what will happen? We will take proper amount of glucose items in our food item and in the excretion, through excretion what will happen after digestion? The waste products will come out of our body. In the respiration process we will intake O2 and we will release CO2 gases. Okay. What products would the organism be able to take up for the other activities? Okay. What products would the organism be able to take up for other activities? So, these organisms can take different kinds of food for their survival. Okay. What are the products which would cause harm to the body if they are not removed? If the nitrogen elements such as ammonia, urea, uric acid, bile pigments, excess of salts cannot be, if they are not removed from our body, they will cause harm to the body organs. Okay. What happens if harmful products are not removed from our body every day? So toxic levels in our body will increase day to day and finally the living organism will undergo death. Okay. We have already learned that different kinds of materials are produced out of various metabolic activities. Some of these may be harmful for the organisms or removed from their body or packed and stored in some other forms. These are all the waste products in the body of an organism. We have already discussed how animals or organisms get rid of gaseous wastes generated during photosynthesis or respiration. Other metabolic activities generate nitrogenous wastes have to be removed along with salts, excess water and several other materials. So excretion is the term coined for the biological process involved in separation and removal of wastes. So excretion is the biological term which can be used for the removal or separation of waste materials from the body. Okay. So excretion is the term used for the removal or separation of waste materials from the body. Already we have learned about in the previous activities, that is waste products has to be removed from our body. So waste products like nitrogenous compounds such as ammonia, uric acid, urea, biopigments and excess amount of salts. Okay, these are the waste products which should be removed from our body. Okay, so if these organisms does not remove, or if these organisms are stored in our body organs, it may cause harmful diseases, and finally these kind of waste products will cause to the death of an organism. Okay. Also here excretion in human beings. Okay. A number of reactions takes place during various metabolic activities. So if we see excretion of human beings. Okay, human beings will excrete different kinds of gases such as CO2, nitrogen, etc. Okay, also human beings will excrete different kinds of waste products throughout the body. By the kidneys, liver, and next skin, and through lungs, human will excrete all these waste products from the body. Okay, so and also here you have to remember a small point, that is ammonia, urea, uric acid will be removed from the kidneys. Okay, in the form of urine and feces. Okay, so our urine will exhibit nitrogenous substances. By these nitrogenous substances, our urine will cause a different kind of smell, and also through feces we will observe different kinds of smells which are exhibited by our body. Okay, also different kinds of elements can be seen in the urine. Okay, different compositions of the materials can be seen through urine. This is why if we are suffering from any disease, first they will undergo through the urine test, and after that blood test. Okay, so mainly toxic substances will come through urine and through feces. Okay. Here, before knowing about these questions, he gave us a blood and urine report of a person. Okay. So, glucose concentration on our body before taking food, that means on the fasting stage was 60 to 100%. The range of the glucose percentage in our body before fasting, before intake of food, will be 60 to 80%. So this particular person is having 82% on his blood. Okay, next, sodium levels of 137. The range was 135 to 145. Next, potassium. So potassium concentration was 4.10%. It should be 3.5 to 5.0. And next, chlorides of 101. It has to be range from 95 to 106. Next, urea 29, 15 to 40 was the normal level, and creatinine 2.8. So its range starts from 0.6 to 1.5. This particular person is having creatinine level in his blood. And next, uric acid 7.50, but the range was 3.0 to 5.0. Excess amount of uric acid is filtered in his blood. Next, total cholesterol has to be 150 to 200. This particular person is containing cholesterol above the normal level, that is sense 221. Next, triglycerides. So triglycerides range is normal 167, it should be 60 to 200. And next, calcium level 9.40, it should be 8.0 to 10.5. Phosphorus of 4.50, but the range of phosphorus in the blood should be 3 to 4.5. Bilirubin percentage 0.70, the normal range was 0.1 to 0.8. Next, total protein 7.20, it should be 6.0 to 7.5. And next, albumin of 4.60, and its range was 3.0 to 5.0. And next, urine. So here, excess amount of calcium has present in his urine analysis. And next, uric acid percent 2. Next, urea percentage to be too high in this particular person. Okay, let us go through the questions. What are the substances present in blood? So substances already we have seen right from glucose to albumin in the table. So those are the substances which are present in the blood. Okay, what are the substances present in urine? Right from protein to urea. Okay, we will see different kinds of substances there. What are the substances both present in blood and urine? We will see protein, creatinine, calcium, phosphorus, uric acid, next sodium, potassium, glucose, chlorides, urea, etc. Okay. Here, which substances are present above the normal limits both in the blood and urine? We will see sodium, protein, next calcium, urea, uric acid, cholesterol, phosphorus, calcium, and are present above the normal levels. Okay. Next, what do you think a reading above normal limits indicates? So, if for suppose if the substances which are present more than normal limits, we will cause some diseases to our body and damage to the organism. Okay, what are the materials needed to be removed from our body? So already I have told before, the nitrogenous compound should be removed from our body. Okay, from where do these these materials removed? Through the kidneys, these substances are removed from our body. What are the organisms that separate excretory materials? So excretory materials are separated through kidneys. Okay, what do you think the body must remove? Sorry, why do you think the body must remove waste substances? If we store large amount of waste products in our body, already we have told that it may cause damage to the organs. Okay, next one, excretory system in human beings. Okay. So, a pair of kidneys, a pair of ureters, urinary bladder and urethra. So, by these organs we will excrete the waste products from our body. Okay. Ureters, urethra and urinary bladder. By these organs we will excrete the different kinds of waste products from our body. Okay. So here he started an activity. So he took goat or sheep's kidney here. Okay. So what is the shape of the kidney? Normally we will observe kidney on a bean shape. Okay. What is the color of the kidney? Reddish brown. Do you find any attachments on upper portion of the kidneys? Yes, adrenal glands are present on the upper portion of the kidneys. Is the internal structure similar to figure 2 and 1? Yes, the internal parts are similar to the external and to the figure 2nd. What is the color of the outer part in a longitudinal section of kidney? So dark color can be seen on the outer part of the kidney. In LS of kidney, where do you find dark brown color pigment? So on the outer zone of the kidney we will see this dark brown color. How many tubes are coming out from the kidney fissure? So 2 tubes are coming out from the kidney fissure. Okay. Here we will see about the kidneys in the human beings. Okay. Okay, we will see a pair of kidneys present in our body. Okay, these kidneys will be in reddish brown structure in the abdominal cavity attached to the dorsal body wall, one on either side of the backbone. So, these kidneys are present one on either side of our backbone and they are known as kidneys. The right kidney is placed lower than that of the left kidney. Okay, here we will see that it liver. Okay, due to the presence of the liver, this right kidney is lower than that of left kidney. Okay, the size of the kidney is of 10 centimeters in length, 5 to 6 centimeters in breadth. 10 centimeters in length, 5 to 6 centimeters in breadth. Okay. And 4 centimeters in thickness. Okay. Next, the size each kidney is convex on the outer side and concave on the inner side. The position of the right kidney is lower than the left kidney due to the presence of liver above. Due to the already I have told that due to the presence of liver, the right kidney is lower than that of left kidney. Okay, let us recall the last question in our lab activity. The inner side of each kidney has a fissure of hilus for the entry of the renal artery, exit of the renal vein and uterus. Okay, so this is renal artery, and here there is a fissure, and this is known as renal vein. Okay, this renal arteries brings oxygenated blood loaded with waste products, and renal vein carries the oxygenated blood. So already I have told there will be two fissures, one was artery and one was vein. So this will bring blood along with the waste products. Okay. So this vein will bring deoxygenated blood to the kidneys. Okay, here these kidneys will purify the blood and it will transfer to the organs later. Okay, the waste products generated in various organs of the body are filtered and removed by the kidneys. So all the waste products are removed from the kidneys. Okay, next one, internal structure of the kidney. Let us observe longitudinal structure of the kidney. To know more about internal structure, it shows two distinct regions. Dark colored outer zone called the cortex and the pale inner zone called as medulla. So pale part is called as medulla and thicker part is called as cortex. Okay, or dark color zone. Each kidney is made up of approximately more than 1 million microscopic and thin tubular functional units called as nephrons or uriniferous tubules. Okay, let me see about the structure of nephron. As we told, nephron consists of a Malpighian body and renal tubule. So, nephron consists Malpighian tubule and renal tubule. Okay, Malpighian body. It consists of a blind cup-shaped border end of nephron called as Bowman's capsule and bunch of fine blood capillaries called as glomerulus. And here it contains glomerulus. Okay, Malpighian body contains a cup-like sharp border end of of nephron called as this one is Bowman's capsule. Okay, here inside it contains glomerulus. Next, the Bowman's capsule and glomerulus together called as Malphizian capsule or renal capsule. Okay, together Bowman's capsule and glomerulus together called as Malphizian or renal capsule. Okay, next glomerulus develops from efferent arteriole. It gives rise to an efferent arteriole. So, efferent arteriole and it gives rise to efferent arteriole. So, glomerulus was developed from efferent arteriole and it gives rise to efferent arteriole. Okay, think why the diameter of the efferent arteriole is less than that of efferent arteriole? Because to create pressure in the glomerulus to filter the waste products which are comes from the organs, so it remains efferent arteriole is less than that of efferent arteriole in the diameter. Okay, because of the narrow outlet pressure exerts in the glomerulus, it functions as a filtration unit. Bowman's capsule, which accommodates one glomerulus, is lined by a single layer of squamous epithelial cells called podocyte cells. There are fine pores between podocyte cells to allow the passes of materials filtered out of glomerulus. Because of the glomerulus, the diameter of the efferent arteriole is smaller than that efferent arteriole because it should filter the waste materials from the organs and also it is lined by a squamous epithelial cells and they are known as podocytes. These fine pores between podocyte cells to allow the materials filtered out of glomerulus. So here, through podocytes, what happening was waste materials are filtering out of the body. Okay. Renal tubule we will discuss in the next class.